journey from East. So
Yeah,
it's
Shan.
been an amazing
They
journey.
don't swap.
A journey full of laughter, a journey full of sorrows, dying and so on and so forth. A journey full of insults and whatever, but it's been a very, very exciting journey. And I will continue coming live. Thank you, Tali, for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will continue coming live. I will continue to speak for the Zambian people. But I'm also doing these services on the side. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless Zambia. And let's see what the 10th of August has in store for the Zambian people. I'm looking forward to who's going to take the day on the 13th of August, 2026. Hapa in the Ishleba must go. Yeah, my services, you had 30 banging a mistake. Who's the provide to UPND? To fiat. It's good by UPND when Iyoo. UPND must go. UPND have failed the Zambian people. Haka in the Ichema must go. For that, body platform, Haka in the Ichema must go. Period. Yours non-negotiable.
Politics. Politics, Teyabana muntu andi. Politics. Yeah. You see, I was following my church here because, like I tell you, in here I listen to everyone. I want to hear what others are saying. Yeah. So when I'm not live, when I'm not doing my own issues, I listen to what others are saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because politics, politics Teyabana. Politics Teyabana. For you to succeed in politics, you must be operating at a higher level. At a higher level, you must have an ego's eye. Pamulu palya muntu andi. Kwa pamulu. Pamulu. Not using emotions. Don't be emotional. When it comes to politics, don't be emotional. Rather, you need to always think and you need to be alert. Anyway, Milo ni birthday yakwa Beverly, the chair of the voice of Zambia. So Milo, it's her birthday. Make her feel special. She's our sister. You shouldn't be personal. You shouldn't be emotional in politics. So Milo, ni birthday yakwe. Go to her page, flood her page, wish her, God's blessings. And those of you who pray for her. Pray for her. She is our sister. She's good. Just that I'm a politics. We push our agenda or our perspective. And a good politician is one who is vigorous in pushing that agenda, your political perspective. So, umuntu ngale pushinga sana, le pushinga. Tamufiro kufulwa yo. You shouldn't be upset. In anything, those are the people that you should recognize. You should recognize to say, Iyoo, ni politician. And if you want to recruit, those are the people that you recruit. You should work like Satana. Muma politics, ufiro kubomba kwa ni shetani. Muma politics, ufiro kubomba kwa ni shetani. Ufiro kwa strategy kwa shetani muma politics. Shetani works at that one. Uli wako sasana ulia. Uwa kuchechi shani kabaibu hapa whatever. Ewo shetani akonka. Shetani is not concerned with those who are already sinners. Those big sinners, he has already warned them. Shetani follows, but abali chitabu no wino, those aba yumfwa, praise be to God. Hey, lesa chindikwe. Hey, you know, you know, valia, emo shetani afwaisha. Emo shetani afwaisha. And that's why the devil is so successful. The devil is very successful, if you want to know. The devil is very successful because anachita entice abantu. Balamena wakosa balya. Hebu akonka. Mpaka awisha. If you have an politics. Politics, if you are going to be interested in only in those who are singing your praise and whatever, you are not going to be a good politician. What good are the praises of people who already are in support of you? What good? You are not making inroads. If you are always impressing the people that like you, you are not making inroads. You make inroads by winning those who are against you, coming to your side. That is how you make politics. That is how you succeed in politics. It's useless. You know, ine erionka bakateka. Ama psychophants inkalaba tamfia. Ine erionka bakateka. When I will be president, ama psychophants inkalaba tamfia. Because ama psychophants, they are not helpful. They are not helpful. Turn down. I turn down. Turn down in it. What kind of a politician is that? If I'm going to turn down, what kind of a politician will I be? What kind of a politician will I be?
Hello, doctor.
Hey, I turn down. Hey, what kind of a politician will I be? Anyway, firstly, you know, we need to play. We need to advertise. We need to advertise. Hey, we need to advertise. Let me advertise, Mwebantu. Let me advertise. Let me advertise. Let me advertise. While I'm getting live on TikTok. While I'm getting live on TikTok. Where are we? Where is that song? Ichirimbo was a big. Not a big. Kuli was a big. Was a big. Was a big. So go under the Chirimbo was a big. To amba to Ulela Urumbura Bamundi Virawe. Bamundi Vire Taturina Wapa. If we to additional politics. If we to additional politics. To additional politics, Muntuan. To additional politics. Iyoo.
Nankale, bali nankale. Alikuti napende upando ndiye wakati alikuti ichirema nankale alikuti napende upando ndiye wakati alikuti ichirema nankale free education wana wasikuru wapunzira wajapaja napsapasho wizito atengako alikuti ujapaja fetereza na mberu famatenga ujapaja nankale bali nankale alikuti napende upando ndio alikuti ichirema nankale alikuti napende upando ndio alikuti ichirema nankale. Seven couple eggs, may God give you long life. This week have been so nice. man, we'll give you more time now. We are so proud. There's a kukulumba, look at the crowd. We make a fuss, God save you for these hard times. Ozepu, halikulitumai chiminya tata. Osasu, takumbi na kwindoli kanopana yebo tata. Kata, mini moko tata. Kata, ponse wanyaka. Nete na vyotu wasenyo, shuna shifi mwana shenda.
Nankale, nankale, nankale. Badi nankale, nankale. Alikuti akaile. Upando ndiye wakaile. Alikuti hichilema nankale. Alikuti akaile. Upando ndiye wakaile. Alikuti hichilema nankale. Makada nacho kamu mulewe pacha mtendele consequence. Anyway, so yeah, good evening. So today I told you that I want to discuss the electoral calendar. It's very important. Ama elections na yambaka levani. Today is what? The 30th, yeah? Today is the 30th of March. Ntwamba April. We are already in the electoral, rhythm. Parliament will soon be dissolved. I'll be discussing that. But before I go into that, I just want to pick on a few other issues which have been in the public domain. Okay. So one of the issues that is very important for people to understand. By the way, I mean, I come here mostly to help you. Oh, it's 29th. 29th. Kuna na ifika kadega yeah. Today about we are here it's already here for me it's already Monday, it's already Monday. So yeah, it's 29th. It's 29th. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. It's because I'm looking at my time, you see. It's already 30th this side. But anyway, we are working with the Zambian calendar. So it's 29th. Now, I was just trying to say, my object, how I got into the public. I didn't get into the public to do politics. I got into the public really for advocacy. It's for advocacy that I got into politics. This issue of being a public lawyer, that is my main thing. And I started with an NGO. Advocacy, Zambian Voice. That is where I am coming from. And then, boom, all of a sudden I found myself in politics. And this is where I was listening to Beverly, the voice of a chair, whatever. I was listening to her, and she's passionate that she wants to be a political consultant. Very good, Beverly. And she has set a page at Beverly Kunda. Beverly Kunda, I don't know if she has put Beverly Kunda Consultancy. Go and follow her. I do encourage people. I do encourage the members of the public to follow some of these people. You don't have to follow people, only those that you agree with. No, even those that you don't agree with, follow them. And when you have an opportunity, listen to what they are saying, read what they write. I do read. The only guy that just pisses me off reading, it's this Shishua. I do read his long articles, but the guy is so terrible. He's terrible. That guy is a professor, but he's terrible. I'm not that educated, but come on. The guy will be talking about one little thing, but he will write 15 pages. And you're writing 15 pages, and you read the whole thing. You just find that, this guy would have simply put whatever his message within 300 words. He didn't have to write, thousands of 15,000 words. 300. He would have finished. He would have transmitted his message. But he writes if it tarry. Because you must also move with time. There was a time when people were reading long things, not number. That's why some of these in Tuankan, they have got limits in terms of characters. How many characters you can put in your article? That guy is a bitter guy. Defontaine. Defontaine munanikane mu academia. Defontaine ya mu academia. Because you can't just be nani kuisoko ingala demba fionse fide fya bupuba. Na ngwaba no leva pera leva funda fionse fide. Udia wacha chawe. Anyway, follow them. I follow them. So follow this the voice of Chair, whatever, Beverly. Follow her. I encourage you to follow her. And she's saying she wants to be a consultant. I can only wish her the best. Because it's only when you pass through these things that you understand. Where I'm coming from, I was in the NGO. And actually, the first time I went into politics, or the first time that I interacted with politicians, as a consultant. Muntwandi. As a consultant, and I was not just a small consultant. I used to be flown. I was flown into South Africa. I was flown into Nigeria. I used to meet other consultants on politics. I used to attend workshops on politics. Actually, I looked at myself as a think tank. Not as a consultant, but as a think tank. Zambian Voice, it was a think tank organization. It was a think tank organization, looking at issues of, governance, good governance, justice. What else were you looking at? Human rights. That is what we were focusing on. And I had the privilege, to interact with a lot of experts in this. This is where I even met Chipenzi. When I talk about McDonald Chipenzi, to say McDonald Chipenzi, if there is a guru in terms of elections, is McDonald Chipenzi. McDonald Chipenzi knows elections. Those are the real consultants. McDonald Chipenzi. And I'll be talking about, these issues later on. So, now, when I got touched, Nama politics, once you are dented with politics, it's very difficult for you to remain, that objective, that professional. It's very, very difficult. A lot of people, they hide more NGO, but when they're pushing a agenda, come politics. You see, that's a problem, eh? Why I came out fully in politics, it's because I found myself tempted, by politicians. I was tempted by politicians. And I took a political stand. When I took a political stand, the first time I took a political stand was, for Arabi. It was for Arabi. I supported Arabi coming back when Basanta died. I supported Arabi. But of course, I was talking to Arabi before, but when Vasata died, I supported Arabi. I wanted Arabi to come back. Unfortunately, but never smumba baisa nyanta pantambo. Ba never smumba nyanta pantambo mpa. Ya filikwa. But that is the first time really I got involved in politics. And then from there now, Arabi, we came now to support Edgar Lungu. Okay? Now, the issue is that when I got tainted, I got involved. I took a political stance. To support a particular candidate. How could I go back and say, no, I'm a professional. I'm just offering political consultants. No. A lot of these so-called civil society in Zambia, particularly, they have got a political stance. They have got somebody that they support, but they use the NGO, the NGO, and yet never politician. This is why you see a number of times when a government change, they are appointed. This one is appointed. This one is appointed. A number of these people, abalandikisha mu Zambia at never civil society, abakwata to my NGOs, balikwata political ambitions, political. They are part of the political strategies. A number of them, some of them, and for me, that is hypocrisy. For me, it's hypocrisy. If you have got a political agenda, if you are pushing a political agenda, just join a political party. Just join that political party. Not now, no NGO. Meanwhile, you are pushing a political agenda. Inana cannot say, no. I don't want that hypocrisy. I don't want to be playing politics, behind. That's how I came up and formed a political party. I don't want, I don't like him to be a turncoat. No, I don't want to be a turncoat. I don't want to have, I don't want to be a two-faced person. Two-faced person. No, I don't want. Anyway, so Beverly, I can only wish you all the best. Now, moving on, I want to talk about PF. It's very important that you understand the PF politics, because PF was a former ruling party, and the PF, if you like, now it is no more, but it was as it is anyway on paper or historically is the biggest opposition. PF is the biggest opposition. That is why you see people are fighting over PF, because it is the biggest name. It is the biggest name. Nominally, PF is the biggest name. By name, PF is the biggest name. And this is why everybody's fighting to get PF. They are fighting to get PF. In our Shiriva PF, they are fighting. Makebi Zulu is not PF. Makebi Zulu is not PF, is not PF, not even a bit. When did Makebi Zulu become PF? Makebi Zulu is an MMD guy. He's an MMD guy who got into PF by accident. By accident how? By accident when Sata died, Edgar Lungu comes in looking for support from Arabi. Arabi helps him to become president by giving him Eastern Province and money. And that is how Makebi Zulu was given as part of the prize. Makebi Zulu came into PF as part of the prize that was given to Arabi, because Arabi negotiated for a number of people, for a number of his people to be appointed by Edgar Lungu. Arabi negotiated with Edgar Lungu to say, for the support that I'm giving you and the connections that I'm giving you, Edgar Lungu didn't even have money. Edgar Lungu had to be taken to I don't have to mention the country now, because to diplomatic level. So he had to be taken to one of an African countries in the north, and he was given money. Now, in exchange RB negotiated for some of these people to be appointed by Edgar Lungu. Now, if you look at that scenario, there is no situation of somebody, getting involved in the party and understanding the party. No. You come because chimuna kwati waupo mwana kashi wakwata abana. Ngo waupo mwana kashi, if you marry a woman who has got children, because you have married this woman and he comes with the children, those children, yes, they will call you daddy, they will call you father, and you will say they are my children. But really, are they your children? Especially when these children come, vakulu kale. Can you really say these are my children for sure? No. So Avena Makebi, they came in like that. They came in as a package from the marriage of convenience. It was a marriage of convenience between Edgar Lungu and Arabi. And that is how Avena Makebi Zulu Vaishreisa. No malangu mwako koti uyu Dixon Jera alafunde fya mulela ndapo fya kumakoti. Stepchildren do not inherit. They do not inherit the estate of the deceased. The stepchildren, they don't. Stepchildren do not inherit the estate of the deceased. If you are Teyabana, if you marry a woman who has got children, children na bawishiba likwatoko, nangu bawishiba afwa. Your children cannot compete with stepchildren. Naba na bakusanga mungandawe. Takwaba. Takwaba efya. So, and Fyapusana, Makebi Zulu apusana, na I will take Mundubide for example. Makebi Zulu apusana na Mundubide. Apusana na Mundubide in the sense that Mundubide made a decision. He made a decision to become PF. Mundubide is like a person that applies. No, I want to be, he has made a decision. Makebi Zulu has never decided to be PF. He has never decided. He has always been a stepchild, one PF. No matter I want to take over PF. You see, that is a scenario of Makebi Zulu. That's how Makebi Zulu found himself mu PF. Mwana wakusanga mo. He's a stepchild. Wa ishina wa ishina na ali kuna no kukula. So, but they are doing all this, they are fighting for PF because PF is a big name. That is my point. The point I'm trying to make is that all these are fighting for PF. Naba kusanga mofe munganda. Now wale for PF because PF is a big party. It's a big party. The name is big. You don't, PF has no properties. PF yapsana na UNIP. By UNIP, they have been fighting because of, the property that UNIP has. UNIP, I think, is still the richest political party in Zambia because of the properties that they have. But PF doesn't have properties. The only thing that they have is a name. Now, so it is important that we understand this. Where is it? Where does it belong? Where is PF belonging at the moment? I can tell you PF at the moment, the name as it is, it belongs to that Chavenga. As much as I hate it, I'm telling you, I will not pretend here. Me, I don't like the arrogance of Chavenga. I don't like Chavenga. I don't like the crookedness of Chavenga. I don't like it. I just don't like the guy. Really, for me, I don't like Chavenga. I don't like people. If you want me to dismiss you, that once I forget it. It doesn't matter. And Yubufi is seen in different ways. I want people that respect their word. I respect my word. Once I make a commitment, I stick to that. But people who don't stick to their words, I don't like those people. I don't like those people. I just don't like it. So in a Chavenga, I don't like him because I just see him as a crook. I just see him as a cantankerous. But as much as I feel all those things that I feel about Chavenga, those boys, Chavenga and Ngona, those two boys might end up possessing PF the same way Barnabas Mumba took hold of MMD. Though Barnabas Mumba Fiapsana, because Barnabas Mumba was MMD. He was vice president, then he was president, so Fiapsana. But basically what I'm just saying is that after a long, protracted legal battles, PF might end up in the hands of Chavenga. At the end of the day, I am seeing PF ending up in the hands of Chavenga. That is what I'm seeing. Now, why do I say this? I say this, if you look at the court cases that are there, at the end of the day, it might land on Chavenga. Why? Look, the main case which was going to salvage PF to at least bring it back to where it was, the case that was supposed to bring back PF to where it was, it is the case which involved Brian Mundwire and Nakachinda versus Mao Sampa. That was the main case. That was the case that was going to restore PF to where it was, because even the prayers that they brought in that case, they were that PF should be reset to where it was, where Edgar Lungu was president and those other people who were the office bearers. That was the main case. The case that was decided on the 27th. That was the main case. If only Brian Mundwire and Nakachinda had won that case, it would have helped. But as it is now, it was ruled that, Brian Mundwire and Nakachinda failed to prove that they are the owners of PF. Okay? We need to understand the context in terms of the judgment is coming out. According to the judge, Brian Mundwire and Nakachinda, they failed to convince the court that actually PF that they were fighting for, they were the bona fide members, and they were the right people to claim back a PF. So when they failed, it means now that Mao Sampa is supposed to be president. It means that nonsense which was done at Mulungushi on 24th October 2023, it means that nonsense which was done, it means that it is legitimate. It has been legitimatized. So, Mao is supposed to be president. But Mao, as you all know, let's face it, I'm a politician, and I know in politics there are no morals and everything. But, I want to tell the truth as it is. I want to tell the truth as it is. And upon a problem. Mao's naena nikawalala. Mao's stop PF from sleeping lungu. Ba lungu bali lala. Bale na walala. Bale no wine muna nikane. Mu ibex. And Mao Sampa Aiba PF. Mao Sampa stop PF from Edgar Lungu. And now, it's like somebody steals a phone from you. When somebody steals the phone from you, and then you tell your children to say, my children, go to court, go and claim back my phone. And then to convince the court to say, actually, this phone belongs to Mr. Teyabana. So that phone, as much as it was stolen, you understand? Follow me very well. What happened is Mao's Aiba PF, Aiba Lungu. Because Lungu, na matrix yabo, Mao Sampa Aiba. Did Aiba, instead of Balungu kuya kukoti, Balungu batuma, abana, Brani Munduvire na Antoine Kane na Nakachinda. Kavieni kukoti. Go and claim back my phone. And Mukulanda, they failed to convince the court that if only Chine belongs to our father. At the end of the day, Valuso Mulandu. When they lose the case, it means that now, Ilafoni, Yabaya kwa Kabwalala. Ilafoni Yabaya kwa Kabwalala none in this instance. It's Mao Sampa. So Ilafoni number, PF Yashala Mino Yakwa Mao Sampa. It remains in the hands of Mao Sampa. Unfortunately, Chimao Sampa nacho chari furungana. Chari senda phone chakuba nangu avena Antoine Kane. Avena Robert Chavenga na ngona. Nabo bachigonga Chimao Sampa. Robert Chavenga na ngona bachigonga. Bapusana, they differed. Kudawaile bapusana. And Chavenga moves the first one. Kaya wakapokoloa ishiwa. Uyu muntu shana ukoshanishan. Kale wombala wakapokoloa ukaishi. Wapokolola ya phone. Okay, hii phone ikale kuli nomba. Kuli Chavenga. So Mao Sampa is saying, okay, you know, his convention has been legitimatized. And anyway. But that's a position. He doesn't have PF. Mao Sampa doesn't have PF. Vali munyonga, vali mukuruka. Kuli Chavenga na ngona, vali mukuruka. And ngona and Chavenga na ngona, they are in court. So vali mupera Mao's number. Mao's kwete, eulindro kwata PF now. Unfortunately, Mao's vali mupoka kuli Chavenga na ngona. Because Chavenga na ngona alishwa game walete. Bali tuwala mukoti number. Ili mukoti. And mukoti, there are two cases which makes Mao's irrelevant, or anybody who claims to be PF irrelevant. There are two cases. One, it's that case which is in Kabwe. There is a case in Kabwe where Ngona is saying no one should masquerade as PF. I am the only PF. No one should masquerade. There is an injunction in Kabwe. No one should masquerade as PF. I'm the only PF. Then there is another case where Ngona is saying, no. This Mao Sampa wanted to fire me, but he has got no right to fire me. I'm the one who is supposed to fire him. Why? So on the first one, Kabwe case, it blocks anyone to operate as PF. Whatever Makebi Zulu were doing, it doesn't hold any water. It's not PF. And Makebi knows deep down his heart is not PF. Whatever they did, that was not PF. But they are just using the name because the name is big. They want the name. Lenoma Makebi Zulu has even appointed people. He's appointing people as what? Makebi Zulu should just be courageous and come up with a political party. Otherwise, trying to hide in PF. I mean, it's a political blunder. It's a political blunder from a political expert, as a political consultant, as a public lawyer. He's wasting time. What Munduvile has done is the best thing. And you know, I said this, and somehow, Avena Munduvile, they have moved in the right direction. If Makebi Zulu really wanted also, he should have moved in the direction of Avena Munduvile. Munduvile is much, much better. You can even see that he's formidable. Munduvile is formidable. You can see structures are coming up. He's shaping up politically. But Makebi Zulu is still wayawari in Nechitumbi. But there is nothing there. There is nothing there because Mao Sampa took PF from Valungu, and Valungu is already dead. And this case has already been lost. Number, Isharile Kuri, Avena Chavenga. So Avena Chavenga, in that case, no one should operate as PF. No one. Then there is this case whereby they are saying, because what happened after Valaka, Mao Sampa, na Avena Chavenga, after Valaka, you know, they had their own differences. Mao's fired them. When he fired them, they went to court. Okay? they went to court. And when they went to court, they also fired Maos. Maos fired them, and they also fired Maos, and they went to court and saying, Mao Sampa has got no right to fire us. Mao Sampa has also sued to say, but even them, they have got no right to fire me. So they have fired each other. Mao Sampa fired Ngona and Chavenga. Chavenga also fires Maos, and when Bahana court, they even go to court. And in court, they are saying, Mao Sampa has got no right to fire us. And Mao Sampa is saying, no, I've got the right to fire them. I've got the right to fire them. And they have got no right to fire me. So now, PF has remained at a point whereby it has to be decided, who do they give PF? Wakawalala ever serena PF. Number wakawalala, these thieves, these political thieves, these two who stop PF from Walungu, they are the ones who are remaining now, and the court has to decide who they should give. The court has to decide, wakapela PF, niwa nani, pali Mao Sampa, na vena Chavenga. Okay? Bonsi ni wakabwalala, bonsa ni wakabwalala. Elo bali itamcha, wele la PF. PF, abe never PF, na chipwa, there is no return. There is no return, na chipwa, kudi vena makebi, banani uko, na chipwa, they will never have PF. The only thing that they can hope for is that, you know, if Maos wins it, then they can have it back. Unless Mao Sampa wins, then maybe he can take it back to them. But you see the position that Makebi Zulu has. Makebi Zulu doesn't stand a chance, because even if Maos wins PF, you think Mao Sampa will go and give it back to Makebi Zulu? Makebi Zulu is useless. Once Makebi Zulu, you are totally lost. I'm telling you. And I'm giving you this for free. I'm telling you this for free. That you will never have PF now. Never. Because where PF was supposed to be restored, you have already lost it. You will never have PF now. The fight now has remained between Mao Sampa and Chavenga. And even if Mao Sampa wins, Mao Sampa will be president of PF. And do you think Mao Sampa, who has been wanting to be PF from before Basata died, you think he can go and give it to Makebi Zulu? So all of you, for the good of you, my brothers and sisters, mwebale chita support Makebi, thinking that you are PF, I can tell you there is nothing PF, because really it's just not possible. Ishelefe kuli babili fya banomba. Maozi, batatu. Maozi, Chavenga, and whatever. Now, if I can weigh in a little bit on these two. These two, we were able, you know, Mao Sampa's got no right to fire me. Ngona and Chavenga, they have got no right to fire me. And Mao is saying, yeah, I've got the right to fire you, but you also fired me. You also have no right to fire me. Okay? That is where it is now. Now, what happened? When Ngona and Chavenga sued Maos, they did not follow the court directives. You know, when you go to court, by this day, by this day, Avena Ngona na Antoine na Chavenga, they didn't follow those court orders. And that is where they lost the case. They did not go to trial, whereby now the judge would have allowed them to explain. Londoloden, Chilishan, Iwe, Waisangreshan Ibu Secretary General. Okay, Iwe, Waisangreshan Ibu President. Okay, you know, they didn't go to trial. The case was dismissed on a technicality, in the sense that Ngona and Robert Chavenga, they did not follow the court directives. They did not comply with what the court had told them to do. I'm putting it in a language, in a simple language. They didn't follow the orders yava judge but they didn't do it. There are those preliminaries before tamlam kulondolola kulawama preliminaries, and based on that Avena Chavenga, they lapsed. They stayed 4 months without doing what they were supposed to do. 4 months, and the judge dismissed the case. In other words, Chimono Kobat, if I can put it in another context, it's like somebody has sued you. Somebody has sued you to say, now unsend the wrong cash. Okay, now unsend the wrong cash. And then, bakoti was setting a date. Ila date yako ya kutawideko. Na imbi date tawideko. Na imbi date tawideko. 4 months tawile ya kukoti. One more. I don't know about you watch this. So I said, but judge, I've been coming here, but the person that sued me, he has not been coming. Then the judge was like, we want to study serious. We dismiss the case. We dismiss the case. But you have not discussed the issue. You have not discussed it. So the case was dismissed on that. And it is on appeal on that. Sorry, judge, we didn't come to court because we were attending to this, because whatever. They are putting up issues. They are basically asking the court to say, please, can you hear the matter? Don't dismiss it. And that is the appeal. Now, it is in the court of appeal. And what I see a situation where the court will allow the case to go back to trial. I see a situation where the court will say, okay, I think go back to trial. This is the case, this is what I see. If the court rules to say, the case is already dismissed, the case is dismissed. If they rule that at the appeals court, in the Supreme Court, if that will be the end, then Miles remains the president. But I don't think they will allow, the court will allow Miles Sampa to take over, to hold PF. I don't think so. I see a situation where at the end of the day, the case will be sent back for trial. I see that case. I see that situation. And that, I'm sure it will take a long time. First of all, just the court of appeal where they are, it will take quite some time. I can assure you, we will end this year. But it's a discuss per court of appeal. They will weigh down Miles. Miles akanaka. Meanwhile, because so they will weigh down Miles. Miles will eventually get tired and leave it. He will eventually get tired and just leave it. And Ngona and whatever, they will remain. A situation of, if you actually kuri MMD, kuri Vanevas Mumba, of course I'm making an emphasis that Vanevas Mumba was MMD, but he was MMD and he was whatever. But Avena Ngona niwaka bwalala, Ngona na Chavenga niwaka bwalala, Miles nika bwalala. So if you have some Vanevas Mumba, but I see the same situation that at the end of the day, Ngona and Chavenga will have PF. Looking at everything, considering everything beyond what you can see, Ngona and Chavenga will end up having PF. Much as I don't like it. Like I'm telling you, I will not pretend. In a Chavenga and Antoine Kanen, Ngona and Shamushiva, so I cannot talk about it. But Chavenga and Keshiva is just a useless guy. Uko, I mean, for me, some of these people, even for I want to talk about principle. Yes, now let's talk about politics. But Chavenga is just a careless guy. He's just a careless guy. Remember, I mean, that video, she have my Dorini. I mean, it's just cantankerous. Anyway, niche my politics, but really, he's just a useless guy. But at the end of the day, I see those guys having PF because the case did not go for trial, and I don't think the final judgment will be like, no, the case was dismissed. No. I see a situation whereby they will say, go back to trial. And going for trial, it will take some time to kafika 2028. 2028, vamaos sampanishi, na vapena no kupena, because vamaos, you know, vamaos vali ngira muishira ile. By the time kesi karafanishi, vamaos vali pena. Vamaos, ila konyagi vachaya ile. Tabaka sharebu. Mwenye watu vamaos vaka survive 3 years. But if you konyagi, vakanaka, you'll be out. He'll be weighed out of this case. And so those two guys will remain. But even if let's just imagine that, okay, I could have mouse, you think here we are. I've gotten the papers for PF. You think they will do that? Mouse Sampaka never do that. So awawa nanikani mwewa le support Makebi Zulu. Sarenia mano because ama elections na Africa my elections. And Makebi Zulu teva politician is far from being a politician. He was begging for the police, you know, to arrest him like Mundibire. So na yanata akwate kwa points. But na wena makapo kona tabamu kenye, you know, and people wanted to blow that. Makebi Zulu was thinking that he was going to have a Mundibire situation whereby I want shan, but nothing. I want to reiterate this point. That once a former politician, ngature pitapa airport, we are subjected to extra scrutiny. Once a former politicians, those who are making sense, those who have got a little bit of whatever, we are subjected to extra scrutiny. And Makebi is one of those people that attracts that kind of attention. Not because of Makebi. Makebi Zulu is a failure politically. He's a failure politically, big time. Makebi Zulu is only significant because of Ichitumbi. That's all. Because of Ichitumbi. Some of you like to say, why do you like to talk about Makebi Zulu? Hey, you feel jealous. No. Makebi Zulu is not anywhere near my level. Never. Come any day, any time, Makebi Zulu can never be anywhere near my standard politically. Mwana wakutarifie, okofio ukutarifie. Kanya, to me, Makebi Zulu. Kanya kaku pipande wamia. Makebi Zulu is very far politically. He's a useless guy. He's a failure guy. I mean, you could even pay minister. Naba minister, Eastern Province, MP. Iwe. Nafuma pofye. Ine chirufatayari minister. Chirufatayari member of parliament. So Makebi Zulu nothing, but and yet tabakwatane shine ivi yavo awe tabakwate shina ba Makebi Zulu. Tabakwate shina ma politics ba. Muchiwe matura ndati. Ululumbi lupere shina. Ba Makebi Zulu tabakwate shina because tabakwate ululumbi. Tabakwate ululumbi. Ululumbi. That's why you call me whatever names that you call me, because ululumbi lupere shina. Ululumbi lupere shina. Ba Makebi Zulu palio fobali. Chitumbi fe, and the only name that he can have dictionary yabu marukula. Echombetra bu marukula, because that is the only name. Ululumbi lwa Makebi Chitumbi. And the only name that he can have, dictionary Abu Malukula, the only name that he can have is that which is related to what is known for. Makebi Zulu is known because of the corpse of Yawalungu. That's why I call him Malukula. Other than that, Makebi Zulu is nothing. And so that's why I'm saying that Ngabari Kwata, if he was at least a little bit politically astute, he would have read these things I'm talking about. He would have read that He doesn't have a political party. He doesn't have a PF. He doesn't have. He should have created a structure where he can be called president. You don't create yourself a president in a vacuum. I mean, how absurd is that? How foolish is that? How do you create yourself a president in a vacuum? Eh? I didn't create myself a president in a vacuum. I had to form a political party. Whether they are members or not, but there is a political party. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever. Oh, Tayari, what's National Party? The fact is, there is a party. There is a party, Economic and Equity Party. You don't go and create yourself a president in a vacuum. Eh? You are a president for who? Which organization? Which organization? So Makebi Zulu is useless. Now one say, our wakonka. That's why if you see Makebi Zulu, he's surrounded by the failures. The failures you have Lungu, but everyone say Lungu, he surrounded himself with people that failed. Amena Musukwa. How can you lose? You are mines minister. Eh? Mines minister. Kasaka kandarama ni wole kontorola. And you go and lose an election. Eh? You go and lose an election. And these are the guys that were Makebi Zulu. Veka, 2 failures. By Mininapa Airport. Hey, no, the police wanted to whatever. Nonsense, Makebi Zulu. They didn't stop you. What you went through is a routine check for a politician. Any politician ngole pitakulea kwa airport. Ufile wangu. Go early. Go early. Ngabaye 2 hours before time. He was a politician who is in opposition. Go 3 hours earlier. So that whatever issues, they can be checked. And that is what happened to Makebi Zulu. So don't fall for the nonsense that, hey, Makebi Zulu briefly detained at the airport. Not Tapali never got detained. Tapali, they were just going through the usual routine check which applies to all politically exposed persons. And it doesn't only happen in Zambia. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. So Makebi Zulu is a president Opanda Pache. Oh, Panda Pat is nowhere. He's a president for nothing. Mao Sampa, even if he wins, he cannot give Makebi Zulu. He would be a fool. But like I'm saying, since the fight is now between Ngona and the Chavenga, na Maos, I can tell you that I don't see it going to Maos. I don't see it going to Maos. It's likely ikashala kuli ababiri aba and whatever biri baje ekaliro bakwete Chavenga na Ngona akaliro bakwete ni PF tetibalekeko and politically whoever is benefiting out of this, they are also keeping them for that. If you understand me, kalangwe jakonde wonfia politically Antoine Kane, Ngona na Chavenga akaliro bakwete ni file fima paper. Chapwa ema ekaliro bakwete. They are useful in that aspect. And whoever is using them is benefiting them. No matter how useless Chavenga is useful at this point in time. I mean, Chavenga is not a guy that anybody would want to wait to trust and whatever. No. But he's being useful at least for this. And so, you think that everything considered, all the politics, Minga Shama politics, Minga Shama politics, no. Chavenga will be kept there. He will be kept there. Wow, whatever, Mao Sampa, Akapenaka Fumeko. Efo ilifi data. So, Ababa Makebi. Tapadi Chabo, mweba le support na Makebi. Sareni Amano. Uyuntu Ankane, Brian on the other hand, he did well because Brian, there is a structure. He's called president. He's president of Tonse. You see, there is a structure. There might be their own issues there, but at least he's a president of Tonse. Makebi is the president of what? Njeveni. He's a president of what? Meanwhile, electoral calendar. Ama elections are very technical. Mwewa sabaile, hey no, hakainde ichile male. You know, even some of these you young people, you are so confident. You are so confident. I see the arrogance in some of you. You are so arrogant. I'm telling you. Ero vamo muleshuka vepantu ngandemi yamo nomba ndemi reka kofi. You are so arrogant. These people who are coming up, young people. I don't know you young people. You think that being young is a trade. Being young is a trade which you can take anywhere and it can give you something. Because you are young, when you come into politics, you think you can be arrogant to and think that you get it. I'm telling you. Nadira ndena pada temu salula tumwana ekalisheri anya. Mwevamo mkekalisheri mukanya. Mwevamo mkekalisheri mukanya. Iyo ama elections ya kesa. Panda ama elections ya reisa. Ero mkesa shinikisho kwa ama politics te yako angalilako. Ama politics te yako angalilako. Mwina mwana kwa tuwalipuana na fwewa. We don't compete in elections. Tayari, but you never even contest as president. Kumona game of idea. Wamona game. Filo waishba game. Hii game. Hii ashani. Na ngumweba lesa wede. Yo mundu bide. Umbiacha ntimina ka video nomba nina hapa. Acha ntimina ka video. Katishwa mundu bide oko wachioko. Chachinya. Shani wamona. Mundu bide. What? Mundu bide is my friend. I will repeat that. And no one will take away that from Mundu bide. Mundu bide stood for me in a critical time, and I will go to my grave appreciating Mundubile for what he did when I needed him. I will forever, but I will not pretend. I will not pretend to say, nawe pantu nandi, our Mundubile has it. Mundubile doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. Ama elections na tuamba kale. So, naturalo le shapali na nikani. I calendar. Mwewale iminina. Go pa ECZ. Download this electoral schedule. Download this electoral schedule. Read it. It's very important. Read this. Epa ya ma elections yapa. Epa ref mabu kateka. Epa ref mabu MP. It is this process, these dates here. They are very important, and this is free consultants. But Beverly, whatever, niwa consultant. Niwa consultant. Muchiteko wa Beverly, niwa consultant. Muchita download. Muchita download ichi. Muchita na download. Ama nanikane. The register. Go and download the register. Go and download the Electoral Process Amendment Act. Go and download that. You need to kusaba ila fama elections. Ama elections, ale winner. I'm telling you, this is what will make you president. This, understand this. Otherwise, tapali chenu. As we are talking, ama election there and the court. Na yamba kale 15th April. Yeah. 15th April. Na mwana lelon yapwa match na ipwa. 15th April, there will be payment of nomination fees for pre-processing for presidential elections. 15th April. Ngamulefo kuiminina bu president. Ngamulefo kuiminina bu president. Mwebalefo kuiminina bu president. Whilst you are still pulling each other, looking for a political party to stand. 15 days between now, you should file in payment. You should pay nomination fees for pre-processing. Remember, when you want to contest as president, you must have 10 from, it starts with the provinces. You must have 10 registered voters endorsing you in the 10 provinces. 100 in Eastern, 100 in Western, Northwestern. You must have 100. Pamo won't say 1,000. That is the pre-processing. So ukutampa pa 15. Ukutampa pa 15. Presidential nominations will start. Starting 15th of April. And this process will run from 15th April to 29th April. From 15th April to 29th April, I am very sure that most of these candidates, I'm very sure they don't know that. I'm very sure they don't know that, because if they are really serious, this is not the time that they will be flying out, going to South Africa, checking Chitumbi. If they really know what they are doing, this is not a time when you should be running out of the country, trying to make headlines per airport. This is not a time, because 15 days between now, you must file in your nominations, for pre-processing. Pre-processing, meaning, Muma provinces, but 100, but you must be able to organize them. So, Nayambakale, this is a very important person. Then, pre-processing of the 1,000 number, but I'm telling, after the payment should be done between 15th April and 29th April. Then we will go 6th May. Nish number 1,000, they must start going to the centers, to the district headquarters, where they will be endorsing you. Ikatampe yonishiatampa pa 6th May. 6th May. Nishiatampa ngachaku pita papeni. If you don't pay the nomination fees, if you don't pay, even is pita already. If you don't have those 100 muma provinces, if you don't have them, is pita already. Ama elections nayamba kale, nayamba. It has started. It has started at this point in time. Parliament is dissolved per 15. Where is that date? 15th. Parliament dissolution, 15th May. 15th May. Nishvachta dissolved Parliament. And the Parliament by now, it is as good as dissolved. Parliament is as good as dissolved. Even if a candidate, an MP, defects at the moment, we will not have by-elections. And a number of them, they have defected to UPND. A number of them. I told you the other day. The other day they were meeting. We had about 22 MPs. They were meeting with Hakainde Ichilema. 22 MPs. They were meeting with Hakainde Ichilema. They are not defecting now because they want to make sure that ka package kawo epokali, because ngawatsta defect apa, you can confuse issue ama gratuity chabana shan. That's why they are not defecting. But a number of them have moved to UPND. They have moved to UPND. And whoever they learn that no, UPND is going. When UPND is going, you should be seeing people from UPND going to another political party. You should be seeing that. When the party is going, abantu balambo kufuma mu ruling party, they start going to another party. At the moment, tell me, who is defecting from MMD going to the opposition? Not even Gary Nkombo. Or whatever, Gary Nkombo, even Gary Nkombo. Umuinari postari ilandira. I am pledging allegiance to the president and the UPND. Umuine Gary Nkombo. If Gary Nkombo is not defecting, if you are not minister, balaba former minister for health, the former minister for health, atibanani balaba mdala the dancer, help me shina ndefo shina achani balaba mdala Bamuchima, yes, Bamuchima. If Bamuchima is not defecting, then who is going to defect? Who is going to defect? Because we should be seeing people defecting from UPND going the other side. Who is going to defect? Who? Abantu. Electoral register, it had 7 million voters. 7 million voters. 7 million voters. 7 million voters. These are the people who are going to vote. 7 million voters. And the 7 million voters are who? Now we show 7 million for a people. 7 million. Now we show 7 million for a people. Can you imagine what 7 million looks like? Ichibanza chidanga chaisura. Independence Stadium Ngachaisura, it's only 65,000 people. It's not even 100,000 people. And yet, if a politician would have people there, mundubirengari kuli aisusha, ichi mwansechiya, kuti mwamuna, mundubire nakwata abantu, there will only be 65,000. Ichi mwansechiya. Ngachaisura, fila chisura. It is not even 100,000 people in there. It's not even 100,000 people in there. It's not. Mundubiri to amune abantu maindo. Nishaide kunankane kwesi kunankane kudeki. Didn't you see a lot of people? People are sending me a video. Mundubire. How many people were there? I've given you an example of Ichibanza Independence Stadium. Independence Stadium, the capacity is 65,000. I stand to be corrected. But nonetheless, it's less than 100,000. So anytime you see so many people there, they're not even 100,000. Now, if you compare the people that pitch up to watch a football match, abantu basangwa kuja bengi, and yet we're not even talking more than 100,000. So compare to the small crowds that you are pulling. To the small crowds, which is creating in your mind to say, ale winner. You are far from it. Hey, anyway, I will talk about other issues. I think for today, the only things that I wanted to draw your attention to is that come 15th April, 15 days from now, those presidential candidates must pay their nominations for the pre-processing. The pre-processing will start on 6th May. I don't want to miss on the date so that I don't mislead. 6th May, the pre-processing will start. Parliament is dissolving on 15th May. 15th May, Parliament would have dissolved. At the moment, we are seeing people moving towards UPND and not otherwise. So with that, how do you think that Hakainde Hichilema will lose this election? How? I'll talk about, somebody is talking about, no, Hakainde Hichilema is not legible. He's not legible. By chair, by consultant. Hakainde Hichilema is not legible. Who tells you? Who told you that he's not legible? How are you even bringing in issues of eligibility? How? Do you even understand the Constitution? Ukuwa consultant kuberenga. Read the Constitution. What does the Constitution say? How can Hakainde Hichilema? How can you even talk about issues of eligibility kuri Hakainde Hichilema? How? What is even the relevance of the convention? UPND, if they so wish, they could even skip that convention. If they so wish, they could skip the convention. It is just that, Hakainde Hichilema is being democratic. And they have been doing this for some time now. These, they have been going on, just that, I mean, you know, they told us, no, don't talk about it, don't talk about it. But it has been going on. And then, no. Hey, there are people who are going to contest against Aka in the Ichilema. Who can contest against Aka in the Ichilema? Who can challenge Aka in the Ichilema today in UPND? Who can do that? Who can do that? Yeah, they can do it just to show off, just to show off, just to show democracy, they can do it. But otherwise, it's a no-brainer, guys. Let us not waste our time. Hakainde Hichilema is UPND president and is a Republican president, and is going to be the Republican president until the time of elections, and is going to be the president-elect, and is going to continue. I'm not going to say he's going to continue until 2031. If you're so namwewa sabaida, hey, trying to position Jito in 2031, fiabu puba. 5 years ikulu sana. Lekenyaka inde ichiramaka bwede. And let's focus on working. Not if you are going to focus at iyo aka inde ichiramaka fumapo, iyo aka inde ichiramaka fumapo. Fiabu puba file, that is jumping the gun. That is jumping the gun. Efila verandati, watoloke misu, waanya ntamumafi. Efo mule chita. If you are going to tempo kulanda by 2031, within the presidency, fiabu puba. Because I mean, we are supporting Aka in the Ichilema, and we all have presidential ambitions. Even me, I've got presidential ambitions. So if you start coming up, after 2031, nishinolemdika pesa. But I'll start fighting you. Number to tampo kulwa pano pene before tatula bombe nchito, before Aka in the Ichilema tala push nchito yako. Iyo ambo kulanda by 2031. Efo nsaba inda mweba sabaide fia kwa jito fia upuwa. It's nonsensical. It's not that I have anything against Jito, no. But it is just a wrong time, and ekuwa overzealous. Not knowing when to jump. At the moment, focusing Nyaka in the Ichilema. Once a year, it's not that I don't want. It's not that I don't want to campaign for myself. No, I would want to campaign for myself. But at the moment, the main man is Aka in the Ichilema. So there is no way I can be support Aka in the Ichilema. Meanwhile, away. For now, you bury those ambitions. You bury them. You push this guy. You cannot be talking about you Aka in the Ichilema Akafumapo Didadi. Akafumapo Didis. It's not about your 2031. It's about deliverables. It's about deliverables. And what we should focus on is pushing Aka in the Ichilema, helping Aka in the Ichilema. Filippo. Anyway, naranda sana. Kutumambo kutumama phone. Kimambo kutumama phone number. Turande kofimbi. Yeah. Makebi. Precious. Tuma ulande kupati Makebi. He's a president in vacuum. Yeah. He's a president in vacuum. He's a void president. He's a void president. He's appointing people to what? Appointing people to what? Nganiwa politician by now they should be getting a political party. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Mona.
This is Mangan again.
Yes, Mr. Mangan.
I want to talk about our position at this point in time. When you look at this guy, Makete Guru, Nanguru Arero Shapakame and Langvayan arrested there. I think not only Makete Zulu, but most of the opposition. She monapoka confidence, I don't know why. If you don't do any good opposition, so at least you don't understand. Because in the name of Russia, people who I mean upon touch for the camera. We want to come very doubt no confidence. So I think I need to be more on the film to speak. I don't know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Awe tapali hapa. That's why yeah. Hello? I'm trying to get my Bueno shana mwana.
Bueno. But I've been following you for a long time. You speak according to what you understand Zambian politics. But the problem now is that you talk so much positive on the president that is there, you see. You don't talk about the problem that Zambians are suffering. I don't think, Zambians right now, Akaindeshima is putting everything in place. We appreciate that. But my main concern is our opposition, our Paravena Munduire, Avena Zulu. Those guys are not united. They fight all the time. They can't stand Akaindeshima because everyone wants to be the president, but PF one. UPND might have some internal issues, but losing this one, no way, they can't lose it. So, when I'm on the way, they will try by all means, but I doubt. Those guys, Adikarava doesn't even have a member of parliament, and he's talking of being a president. So, defeating UPND will take time. That's the only thing that I can say right now.
Yeah. Now, you see, you are saying you don't talk about the suffering of the people. The suffering of the people, the solution is in Akainde Ichilem. The solution to the problems that we are facing, the solution at the moment, my brother, is Akainde Ichilem. That's the solution. And that's why, and we are in the time of campaign. I have to campaign for Akainde Ichilem. I have to make sure Akainde Ichilem, 37 million padia. Therefore, Akainde Ichilem, you know, 96% of the turnout voters. Hello? Yes, precious, my precious.
Hi.
Hey, I'm good.
I'm not laughing. You're just shouting at my president, and you want me to be happy.
President one was you president what party boy? Was I meeting that part? How?
Let me tell you, Mr. Dari. Even if the president he keeps on playing Mingalato, he's wasting his time. That one he will go to prison. That's why the chair says he is not eligible. If Troy is not eligible, can't you see he's trying to destroy democracy?
How?
He's trying to destroy democracy. Why is he scared of patriotic France? If Larumbi was like him, do you think he was going to be a president? He used to lie at Edgar Lungu is a dictator. Now who is a dictator? Is it not him? How can he recognize Chavenga as the president of patriotic France or the Mausam? So the Mausam, if he's going to remain a president, no one is going to follow him. Us will follow where Bamakebizu will be. Wherever Amakebi will go, that's where we follow. We cannot follow Mausamba, we cannot follow Chavenga, we cannot follow Abraham Munduwire. You mentioned about Abraham Munduwire. But Abraham Munduwire is the FDD. Even if he was in Patriotic Front, we are not going to follow him because us will respect the ECL's wishes. ECL's wishes means well. ECL's wishes is going to expose the truth about the president because he was busy lying against Larungu. Hey, you want to bring cyber so that they can hide into criminality. Hey, you want to bring butane. Butane is evil. Butane is one part state, but now it's him. He brought butane. The same butane that is butane. So now who is evil between the president and Edgar Lungu? But Edgar Lungu gave chance to him. He contested in 2021. And how can he even say that Edgar Lungu is not eligible? He was eligible in 2021. Why should we fail to be eligible 2026? You finished? So here we think like this game is playing. He thinks like they are just embarrassing themselves because they are living a very bad history. And this history, even those who are not born, they are going to find this history. They will be saying there was this president by the name of Mr. Akainde Chilema. He tried to destroy democracy, but he failed. And he's going to fail. Mark this day, if you think like I'm lying. Whatever they are doing right now, international criminal, that's why we have international criminal court of law, who are going to deal with those leaders.
Precious sikiliza na iwe. Precious finish kaidi na iwe. In conclusion,
misleading the people.
in conclusion,
For you are playing a losing battle. You are playing a losing battle. If I were you, it's better to live a good history than living a bad history. What you are doing there, you are also living a bad history. I don't know who is going to vote for you, because even me, even if I know you, I'm not going to vote for you, Mr. Tayabana. Bye-bye.
thank you very much, Precious. Thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Batayari munetumva.
Sana bwino femuleo mfuika bwino.
Batayari, first of all, before share and therefore because we are very accommodative. Because you pressure to you, if you feel me carry twice but I thank you because you have a very lenient heart. Leadership style. It shows that no longer you'll be very accommodative to listen to everybody else. So that's one thing that I would really, really love to appreciate you for. But my question that I had for you is that politicians, realistically, they know that 2026, they will probably not even get anything as much as they would like to try. Realistically. Marching but realistically they know it that there's no chance. Is it because that they would like to take advantage of donors that they would like to help them in their campaign processes or anything? But I want to opposition. Is this the thing that they constantly bank on so that they can collect as much beneficial aspects from them being in opposition, even when they know they won't make it into office? Is it because of their selfishness that they just want to milk whatsoever that they can get through from the donor funds, or what's the situation? Politically exposed, motivation opposition. Thank you very much. Mr.
Yeah, so just hold on. Stay on the line, just for me to explain, because if you cut, I'll pick another call, you know what I mean, and I will not be able to respond.
Sure, I will do that.
Yeah, basically for me, there are maybe three aspects that you would allude to. Number one, I'm a politics, quite chamba. I'm a politics, they are quite toxic. I'm a politics, they're quite toxic. Sometimes, you start feeling, when we have a parody, you start feeling big. And if you don't freak out, you don't freak out. And this is why you see some of these people, but I say Mumbere koruse tekubati vanevas mumba is just full, because nadiva temwa vanevas mumba, and I've been following from the time that I was young. Vanevas mumba, for example, bali ni va shima pepwave neve Zambia shall be saved. But chaisa vikatama politics. Kwati chamba. I can be president. Then kwesa isa kuliko na bambia hapa abantu banani basangwa nabo bamona kwati bapanga sana ishina na beshibikwa chabakola. I can be president. Kuisa kuli Makembi Zulu, we know Makembi Zulu. You see? Kirikiti. Now chamukola. So I'm a politics sometimes. Yekata kwati nichipumputu. Yaisa wikata pum. And you start thinking that you're looking at now what a support. Wala you wanna want now what support. But being well. Pantu walanda parliament, walanda. Abantu wale walumba. Now what a support. Ela abantu wala tumfia.
Ero la wele nika bundo ulanda. Kana maani wakuyanga lera kumwene shamomkamba. Ero
abantu wala tumfia. When you go to people, they tell you, abantu never kutemwa. So number one, there is this illusion that overwhelms politicians. Then number two, of course, others it's a process. When I contest, at least people will know me. Okay? Amena Sean Tembo. Nganai meaning at least people will know me, shani, and eventually I might be. Okay? Then thirdly, of course, there are those that have got sponsors, that do have got friends. One of those people is Mao Sampa himself. Mao Sampa, when he was deputy minister, finance, he made very good connections. Mao Sampa's got very good connections. Of course, he was in the banking sector, so he knew a lot of business people. And when he became minister, especially finance, he had a lot of, and so these people, Mao Sampa said, I've got a lot of, rich friends who can give me money and whatever. And up to now, there are some people that give Mao money. That's why you see him flying around. South Africa, so and the others like Kambiaka Akanani Amudoro. Na kena karia kari kwa tau ina keshmo you come on pakutu apanga kwa maafu. But really, and I know I've got money, taka kwa tau pia, but they want to make money out of it. So it involves a number of factors. But there are very few people that are realistic, and there are very people that moderate their ambitions. A lot of them, they jump a gun. They jump a gun. I just wanted to take advantage of your question to explain that some of these people really, it's about sometimes it's about like bananka at kakalawa. Kakalawa kala imona na nefu kalanda kama fio mwela kanye kwati nkashimwe kakala wakati nkashimwe you will see they are just waiting for the parliament to dissolve. Kakalawa, you were saying they are just waiting for parliament to dissolve. Kalawa, I want you to show us who is going to jump from UPND coming to your party after parliament is dissolved. Because anyway, I think I've taken advantage of your question to speak to people about this.
I promise to be very short. So ichamba chali very legal. People smoke here recreationally. So example makes sense because
thank you, my brother. Let me take other calls. Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Happy Sunday.
Hello?
Happy Sunday, Mr. Chilufia.
Indeed, happy Palm Sunday.
Are you Chilufia Diary or you are Diary Chilufia?
Hosanna, today is Palm Sunday.
This is Sarah.
Okay.
So I just want to make a comment and say what you're saying is true about Yama politics. I'm one of the Aquatati, Chironga, no Zambia self-saved that in Kava saved in a MMT. Yarikawa. Hello, I'm Binarena because Valesa Wakuna and South Africa. Valerisha, Ukuleta, Tushka Kuleta, Kushika, Queen, Bamana Joel, and Valanda Posana, Dinara president. To our papa.
Yeah.
Bamakebi. You know? So, but I'm just following what you're saying is true. Because right now, it's so sad. I know that I can support HH, but it's just sad that we don't have somebody that is showing strength and, the zeal and, having a political party, an opposition party that can stand against Mr. Aka in the HLM. It's very, very sad.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Hello?
Hello?
Evening, what time? Empire, what time? Empire. Na turafu wa sena ine, amashina yandine wo Davis changu. Na tikapoa tena ine mpose ndande in fact ni mpusa live nani kane na toko pina sapo ntitambe na samamba ni mpusa. So na isanga se kumara siri abantu bale posa. Na tina ine mpose. Bali aba ikatirire kuri PF. Oyo bamwana ko basi PF na ipwa. Na abekatita bina wakumba ko nisiara yo ipotre yako. Eile barando ko basi tunshwa mpampa mina. Bamushikire mu mukiringi PF yali kwa aba PF bali mpwa PF basaranga nefi bakwaye kwetipani mu balangira bambo kutako fizo bambo kutunga 2031 na mu 2036 bantu 23 no ye na yali takale chali wina tapali fo benga landa na what station tapali just imagine if into kwa straight wingo abantu bali landa yo tabomba yo insalamu cha insala ni concept yoko ya bato alishi batapaonga kuiririka insala concept yoko ya insala mudara kuya kwene kwa America kuliko baba abantu bali tula balenda bali kuli insala bado bambale kumbuka kwa America kuya kwene mkuya ikala.
Thank you my brother, thank you.
Abawa PF bali mbuko kwa PF kwali.
Hello
Hello Mr. Teyali.
Yes sir.
Mwaomba shani.
Bwino FM kwali.
Matayari respect going to you. Uyu precious uyu. Maule vya PF ya mwa posa kona amani.
Awe na imwe mwiraye bati maule yule kanonga wadili hapo takabo kuchomwa na kashati yule otawali hapo umwala kashati tawali hapo ati yule aona imwe mwilamu itati yule awe not kumwitati yule awe okay move on not kumwitati yule. I don't think that is good. Please come on.
Okay, I move on. But the issue is, Vatari Ngamaleta page. Page is very important. Although, even wakateka trust tag on your program. So, uyu ngaleta pali mwet posleshta ukula mungu afyo kwa lelanda. It hurts us. It's better kanshi ngamle
umfweni nomba
different ways.
Awe umfweni nomba.
You are talking.
Okay, umfweni wa mdala. Mwadisho ama politics definitely ku first ngamwachivuko na chilanda ama politics you don't have to be emotional. Ngamwaba emotional afile tukalipa. You will not do well in politics. Ama politics uyalande fya refwa so na imwenga mwatuma na imukula ndofo mrefwa precious ngatuma alande fya refwa na imukula ndofo mrefwa. So say what you want. If you are supporting Hakainde Hichilema, say it. I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema. What?
Daddy, Hakainde Hichilema, not supporting Hakainde Hichilema, but we are supporting what the UPND government is doing is us Zambians who puts the Hakainde Hichilema on power, not the individual or Hakainde himself. It's us Zambians, 2 million people. Eba mvotere batakainde lamuneka kwa chitaisho kwa konga pa government. So isas opo tetu kalipira because kwetu walimu votera ukufunya kwe mpupu isha palangawena pressure saboveni mwamonaka and then here pressure coming start attacking you before tile kalipa mwamonaka.
Okay.
If we are not politician of God, we work. Me like I'm speaking now, I'm in Sweden. I'm talking to you. I'm in Sweden now. The pressure social support, pressure social I'm in Sweden, but I'm not happy. Let's attack you. Ureta information online. Amazambian opportunities. It's us Zambian wa mubikirepo. So we pressure singa papejelu era isapo. Ngala isapo. Meaning if we don't back, what else we're going to conga profit? We're going to conga what's going on, but we're going to profit China.
Okay, bossy. Okay, bossy, thank you.
You understand?
Thank you, bossy. Okay, bossy. Bossy, thank you. Politics, Teyabana. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, Mr. President, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I'm calling you from Karurushi, Mr. President.
Okay, how is Karurushi?
Karurushi is okay. Though this place, there's no development.
No,
development. Karurushi, Botswana.
It will come.
I came from Lusaka. Actually, I'm a material resident. Been in Karurushi for a year now. No development this place.
Anyway, say your point.
So, Mr. Tari, I want to get off the headlines, what you're discussing today. I've got a concern. I know if I bring it before your attention, I know you can talk about this. Botswana, the way the arrests were done in Kisasa regarding that mob justice issue, those people were arrested. Mr. Tari, speak for those people. Most of the people that were arrested at that place, they are innocent people. You know what the police were doing? They were opening door by door, arresting everyone in the house. Very unprofessional the way they did it. Me, I was there for work. I was lodging somewhere. The lodge where I was at, everyone was arrested. In Napurumuka, because now I confronted the officers, Namukamba Chinyanja and stuff. Then they were like, no, this guy doesn't look like he's from here. But a lot of people that were arrested, that 200 and whatever number that they're talking about, trust me, most of those people are innocent people.
No,
so please, when you find time.
Thank you. I'll see about that. Hello?
Hello, what are you doing?
I'm quite Mwabombe.
I hope Mudifebu no.
How do you know?
Murech thanks to his Mandela very pour out their feelings. However, emotion. I am at a more quite influence in the Wafukuranda Bukira. But AMA politics can also be done actually vindictive, there stability to a one ad hominem and the character assassination. There's no need to do that. There's, the road to real no launching, but Catholic. I think I'm like, Eucharist, that Eucharistia level. It's idiot, unity and nourishment of the spirit. It's also important to help people come together, regardless of political, religious affiliation or views, because we have influence. If I could believe to other maybe politicians or aspiring leaders, there's no need. Quite a highlight of the advantages of leadership qualities that will be beneficial to the nation of the person you are supporting.
So, before Tamlaya, very good, I'm a politics. There is an ideal, way of doing politics and how whatever. Most of us, we have these ideal practices on how politics should be done. We have, especially those who are not in politics. But when you get into politics, it is another field. If you're recover politics. Recover. So yomulela ndeyo namuchefe na kalishi wifi ya shan. Ama politics ya recover. Concept of politics here. Politics is just another issue, and there is a serious conflict. I mean, I will tell you many times myself as a Christian. There are many times when I think to say, but God, I mean, what about this? What about this? But unfortunately, I got in boxing. That's why I always bring analogy of boxing. A boxer, if you look from the biblical point of view, inflicting pain on another person is bad. But that is the game. When you go into the ring, you have to throw the best punches you can. Exert all your energy to make the guy fall down. That is the game. And them a politics for yava. So nga mwangotolela na shimwe. Malukula. Ma politics for yava. Imwete timite shimwe. Imwete timite malukula awe. You are innocent, but my fellow politicians, nangu precious. Them which protect. but fellow politicians, yalikava politics.
On that point, what's the point of the in the grand scheme of things, what's the end goal of politics? It's to try to serve people, or it's try to just ego, or macho man you can fight, or legacy, or posterity, understanding.
Buana, let me tell you, the end goal is very different from one person to the other. The end goal is different. And again, there you can think to say, I have the best ideas, and you can spend a lot of time talking about the good ideas and what it should be and whatever. But at the end of the day, politics, Teyabana, that's all I can say, my brother.
It's true, I agree. But until we will remain a third world country.
Listen, as long as we are on this earth, this imperfect world, politics will always be the same. Even if you go in the history of humankind, I mean, Plato, you are speaking as a Catholic, somebody who is whatever. Go in the human history. Wherever politics has been, I mean, so until Mulelanda, that until will only come when this earth will no longer be there. As long as we are in this whatever, politics will always be the same. They have always been like that from time immemorial.
People like you, patriotic, deep down, time opportunity to lead. I don't know what to handle confliction between leading na legacy. We don't live forever. I hope one day I'm going to have a responsibility to lead them through politics.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Mr. President,
I'm Wombe.
I'm quite I'm quite.
Yes, Kimfred.
Yes. When I'm straight to the program related to the good thing, Moranda, for 1-to-1, the next in action. Since my election, today. Turandreniko, Pabonga for economy mover, a truck driver, one Kenya. Wi-Fi was Congo, we have lost a lot of our brothers in Congo. Golea Kushava to Mawashara Papoda. But in store, means Vapamonga and we were standing store. No take for Bamle from which can I recommend. Swedishenko, Mudisto, Zambia. That one even a chink Pitwa economy move army conca panganda, Vokovatia, move a street, then go trandrin Kokomuna Basoko. Nagunta if you could take a trandrin Kokovatio, Loreshen Konawadawa, Navadawadi. Sure.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. Perry.
Good evening.
Yes, I just wanted to make a contribution now, bro. Spelling the conventions that have been happening in the recent past in various policies. Yeah, so with regards to that, it has just made me realize how these politicians do not really understand politics. They do not understand politics in the sense that, to an extent of not even understanding the role of an SG. So they think when they are put as president, for a political party. Therefore, they've got the powers
All the powers.
to hold on to the political party, and no one can grab that political party from them. I think that's where most of them are missing it.
No. Hello?
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 Hello, Senator Salim.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for answering my call. I have a few observations to make. Thank you so much for what you are doing, Cynthia. We have learned a lot of things through your explanation. For example, this technicality about the PF. You know, we see these cases coming up in the news, on Facebook, but they are so lengthy that there's nobody who wants to read pages and pages in the newspaper or on Facebook. As a result, we end up pushing details. But because of you, we have come to know where PF stands. You've done such a good job. By the end of your explanation, right now, you have rendered Makepe Zulu useless, toothless. He's not even supposed to be masquerading as anything anymore. This is because of your explanation. With Makepe Zulu or PF knockout, may I request you, I know you have your own things that you want to put on the agenda as you address the nation. The opposition seem to have one problem about UPND. They keep on telling people that HH is the president who has come to arrest people who were in the previous government. Meaning they have been just randomly been arrested. There is nothing wrong that they did, as far as the opposition is concerned. When they go everywhere, they are saying HH went around just picking anybody. And they want a small intonation to woo people to thinking that HH was just apprehending or sending to jail people of a certain tribe. Is there a way, through your explanation, can you take us through the stages of how those people, the political prisoners, how they found themselves in prison? I'm one person who doesn't read lengthy articles, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So when the opposition goes around telling people that those people in prison were arrested because of their tribe, and some people buy that narrative. They think that is the reason. So on a day that you choose, can you walk us through? I'm just making this reference. If it's not possible, don't do it. But if it is possible, can you walk us through? Like you walked us through Bill 7, you walked us through TF technicalities. Please walk us through these people who are said to be in prison just because they are opposition leaders and just because they belong to one tribe.
No, thank you, ma'am.
The last point is, I don't want anybody to demonize. I'm requesting people to desist from demonizing Precious. Precious is one principled young lady. She stands by what she believes. She doesn't change goalposts. She doesn't change goalposts. Whenever she comes on this platform, she believes in what she says. So give her respect for believing in that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello? 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 There is a caller. You called and the phone cut. You can call again, please. You can call again, please. Sometimes the network also lets me down. Hello? 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 Oh, hello? Kafoni kandiri mokaranaka. Hello? 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 Oh, I think first, let me restart my phone. Sometimes, let me restart my phone. So yeah, the issue of so basically what we are talking about tonight is that I started by explaining where PF is. At the moment, the cases that are there, they are basically between Mao Sampa. The main case is between Mao Sampa and Chavenga and Ngona. That is the main case. The other case, or the other two cases, the one that is in Kabwe, they are all about contempt. Of course, there was a recent one where Ngona, has sued, given Winda and whatever. But again, that issue, that case is irrelevant because really, they didn't use PF, as a party, to hold that convention. So it's non-starter. It simply means all it is saying is that there is no one who should act as PF other than Ngona and the Chavenga. The real case, the only case that is there is between Mao's and these two. And at the end of the day, I see that Mao's will not get it. Or even if he gets it, I don't think Mao's will take it to Makebi. So PF, technically it's gone. It's gone. Just like we had MMD was gone. Technically, even PF is gone. Hello? Hello? Yes. Yeah, I'm quite sure. It's very low. Atwishing. What's happening there?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? Hello? People are drawing me to talk about NDC. I'll talk about NDC first later on. Hello?
Yes, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you better.
Okay, thank you so much. So I called earlier. I was just trying to explain what is happening at the moment in the political arena. Yeah, so I was saying most of these politicians did not really understand the role of the SG until recently. So I was saying I can cite one good example of what happened to PF when Mao Sampa lost, how can I put it? When Elobam Nyongere party, kuri by SG, he didn't really understand the role. He underestimated the role of the SG. Then the same thing has happened to the NCP president with Charles Chanda. Then again, just today we heard about the NGC, the same thing happening. So it's like, it has become like an outbreak. And for me, it just tells me that our politicians do not really understand politics. I wish they really, really understood politics. Because at the pace we are moving, I think we've got people who do not understand what they are there for in politics. Then secondly, I wanted to find out, I haven't really seen anywhere where Given Ruvinda has commented on the convention that happened recently, where Makebi emerged the winner of that particular faction of PF. I have not seen him comment. I haven't heard Wachimba Kambidi say anything. I don't know if you have heard anything about that convention afterwards.
They made reactions.
Thank you so much.
They made reactions.
They did?
Yeah, they did. Given Luinda did, and he called for, he was firing people, expelling people, but now he's saying that everybody should come. Now he's calling for unity. When he was, he was the one firing people, but now he's saying he's calling them to come back. And then Vakambwini also...
Does that mean they have recognized Makebi as the president for that for the PF faction?
The right word that I can use is they have conceded. That is the right word I can use. They have conceded. Recognizing, I think that's another word, because these two words are too different. Recognizing somebody and conceding, these are two different scenarios. So what I can tell you is that they have conceded. They have conceded, and they are not talking too much, because they have been humbled. They have eaten a humble pie. They thought they were popular. They thought they were popular. They thought they would scoop it. Then they were beaten. Given Luvinda really thought, Given Luvinda did so many things, he appointed people, his people, and he thought that those people that he appointed himself, those very people didn't vote for him. And this is where I come in to say, politics, see, Teyabana, the very people that give...
No, I agree with you. When you say politics, it sounds funny, but very true.
Yeah, I'm
People
telling you.
really get dragged to a point whereby, even when they are not popular, they start thinking they are very popular.
So illusional. And I'm telling you, such a person, you can't win. No. I've got it. You will see. Have you seen another one? Another crazy politician who is intoxicated is this Nyasulu. Nyasulu is so intoxicated. Nyasulu, he thinks he's a giant in politics. Nyasulu, he stood on UPND as the mayor, okay? And I contested in that. And Nyasulu came out number 2. And according to him, Nyasulu thinks that those votes were for him, forgetting that Nyasulu is not known. He was not known. He got those votes because of UPND. He got those votes because of UPND. Now Nyasulu is everywhere, challenging everyone. What? That's why even Bakapokola lifted him up like that. because he has become so arrogant and he thinks he's somebody. You will see what will happen. He's going to contest. I am happy, Nyasulu. I'm taking this opportunity to congratulate you and to encourage you to contest. I want you to contest as mayor of Lusaka so that you can get the votes that you deserve. Because during that 2021, he thought he was popular. You will see. Kalaba is also very udia.
Very popular.
You know? Yeah.
People should take them to go on the ground and see what is happening.
Same with you, Utuma MPs, Same with Utuma MP. I'm just avoiding mentioning some of these people because I don't want them to say I decampaign them. Have you seen some of these to my young people that are coming up? Some of these to my young people, Macomediani, I'm a singer, whatever. I'm telling you, they should.
Social media, they think
those are the examples I'm giving. For example,
even in politics.
And that's why really, Vanevas should always forgive me because Vanevas Mumba is the best example for me how delusional you can be in politics. That man was appearing on TV. Tele-evangelist, number one tele-evangelist we had, Nevas Mumba. Nobody has ever succeeded like they were Nevas Mumba did. He went into politics.
Thank you so much, my brother. We like what you're doing. Please keep it up.
Thank you. Politics is just another thing. Politics is just something else. It's just something else to get the votes. No, precious. Precious. I only allow one call at a program. I'm not going to allow you to call. And please, no, please, precious. At least respect that. I only take one call in a program. So let me not compromise too much. That's why Palasta want to run that away. But I had him on a precious party bafimo. No, please. So please, precious, let me respect that policy. It's one call per program. I usually don't, take calls. So I'm a politics. I mean, people were given to win. He organized. He was busy planning. Were given to win. He was planning. Was doing this, appointing this one, expelling this one, what? And when the votes came, the very people that were given to him the brought, they didn't vote for him. Hello? Hello? Yes, please.
President Tayari, how are you?
Fine.
How is the family?
JJ, you and I were just talking about politics. How is the family? Monga gulako unga. Tia uko. Tia uko iwe usafunza pali family. Gulako unga kunyumba kwanga. Ala, tia uko. Kamba ma politics. Tia ni uko na imwe mutume kutime imwe munkala musanga imwe mutumire ine wamene munkala mtown. Iwe na iwe.
Nizakutumira my revenue even $1,000 against
kuti $1,000 mutume $1,000 munkala musanga imwe. Iwe unkala musanga iwe uzaibona kuti 1,000.
Tayari kuti ningala musanga vana vanga ngazenda pa international school.
But anyway, one thing is that you know the difference between you and I, JJ. The difference between you and I, JJ, imwe munasunga hapo imwe. Imwe munapanga ndalama imwe, at least mulina ndalama, mulina ma properties. That's why nimayopa uziva JJ. Chamene ninayopa kuenda kujere ine. Ninayopa kuenda kujere, nakanza tinikaenda kujere bana vanga bazadi achani. Bana vanga bazapunzira bwanji. Waona? Bantu bamaona mungati, no, tayari wa coward. No, siku yopa jere. You think of it, if I go in jail, how will my children survive? What will my children eat? But imwe nabena munia zulu imwe muliko na tundarama imwe wanzatu munga kale musanga tuma property twanu, tuma nyumba, tuleta machanchani, tuma tractor, tuma famu, at least munga kwanise manje ife sina sungepo singa na meya. That's why ninayo pa sininga ende kujele ine bana banga. I need to educate them, I need to feed them. So iyo one pin ngatulinayo ngatume jeje nazibwesa pansi uzatuma mairo
zatuma wowe sini tunautuka gulise kidding
iyai wakamba tuzatuma $1 pin jeje wakamba tuzatuma $1 pin mairo katume ngati si uzatuma ukasie kutuma hapo mafoni pano because nzakusevanya ela ukatuma nzala uza bantu jeje atuma $1 pin kambani manje
untumile namba
ulinayo namba nilero pamene wamba kulipa sandarama imwe imwe wa jeje nilero me I'm a genuine guy, I'm a very transparent guy. Iwe jeje iwe wenzo nipole sanako tundalama paja kukofes kuja wabwela wanipa sako chan but pamene unaenda kusanga si unanitumileko so ukatuma mailo 1 pin
even ine bosa ambie wanga even mawe sampani mukonda uzi wanazompelekera unga
manje wamba kupusa manje tie kupusa huko
manje iwe mbera nipuze yani wachuka nita explain
kama
mbera Mandela anaenda ngara Tanzania. It's not that he didn't run away, he was a coward. No. Even once I'm a president, once I'm a choka. Because muja life is musho, I almost died. So it's not coward, coward.
Nkamba nkani zako manje mzati pasa 1 pin kamba
Woi manje wai wapisisha gari nkombo wenchito
anazipisisha yeka na hiyo
gari nkombo tezo kuna ngare kwano manje niwe problem with big politicians so unaona vitu tizala ononga tikangala mkati wabora waisopolola unataka kuipata yaje
iwe
unataka kuipa slama chaso ni kuleka mundu ni kumusia mwanene moja uziwa politics Teyabana yo manje waindo chosamo ifetikula munda mkareko uziwa wachosamo uzuzona then manje mbera manje wamchosesa because mgeja nkuuzi na tiba chechi wayo pa gari nkombo so sazafuna gari nkombo tu waka meeting ku convention pa barot because wazaru wa chechi so wampisha gari nkombo because wa chechi wali background mu UPND
jeje wait jeje ichi ndiye chamba chamene nezo kambapo ndiye chamba uzanitumia 1 pin bateka nikuuze you are speaking like uakolewa ulina chamba mumutu chili mumutu mwako iwe mumutu mwako gari nkombo angaimile na yeche awina ni mapolitics yako tiamene ni mapolitics yako mwana imwe
aruza besti ku convention kuja tena karuza wambo chaenzo chitika MPF wayona MPF ndo chava kati wambo pisha abantu bamundu bire bapisha ndani ngiye yana wachava HH na wewe
anyway
so manje mbera nikuuza manje inango nkani ya fuel wa UPND wagulisa ship ya fuel ku Beira matraki angala staki ku Beira so manje wa UPND wazauza branch bantu because wakangi wakuilipilira ship ida ship ya fuel yaenda bambogula makadidenti manje ma 3 million using andrama za fuel manje ni leadership ya branch ja
manje jeje ine ni makamba I'm very straight I'm very straight iwe jeje pamene UPND inabwera you think kuli bantu wamene wanga pasa 3 million wamene uzampasa 3 million ndani mu UPND wamene na 3 million yo pasa muntu ni ndani ine nikuuza pano ba UPND ndiye wamanitandiza. I will tell you here, UPND helps me. They help me. Ngati wamanitandiza ningazipempa one pin kuliwe. Sina kupempe ni wachita ofa weka. I can be insulting you na one pin. Manje JJ. You people mkonda boza maningi. You like lies maningi. You lie too much. Ndiye problem ma politics yanwa. That's why it's magwidizana because mkonda boza. Ba UPND wamene bapasa 3 million ndani. Tell me who UPND is giving 3 million. Haka inde ichile mapasa mtu 3 million.
George Mwanza kuchipata ni mfano wanga kita confirm watu wanani pasa but nenzo
usamunamizire uja mfana leka nikuuze uja mfana kumpasa 3 million uja apa so sembe alimuloji kwa mene kuja kukopa belt mfana uja kumpasa 3 million angafunte 3 million angafunte palipe na ndarama zizamene mukamba. There is nowhere Musica, you should stop lying, Mwevantu. Stop lying. Why you like lying against UPND like this?
Zimatanka yake yalistaki kubeira mukuse mwambazi waifiwe osironga.
Manje bagulisa bwanji. Iwe jeje. Wa UPND bagulisa bwanji. Bagulisa kuti. Inachoka kuti fio ya mene.
Mvera manje nikushimikire, maybe sana kuuze leka nikushimikire. Kwenye ship yenzo leta fuel.
Kuchoka kuti.
Iwajaba supplier wa fuel wanauza bazambi ya 50%. Wai checho wanaga matino wapatilibe ndrama. Batino iguli pasani wa Botswana notenga po profit mutilete le inangu. But manje ship singa blade inangu ni after 3 months. So ida ndrama manje weba japo profit kutu wachaire makampeni very quickly walete inangu kuti.
Wajeje imwe waboza bad kind. Mapoti cheni ya boza. That's why it's magulizani.
Transport ama transport ni kunizwa ma transport ene mafunte kutani kubeira na Dar es Salaam wali taki hapa vimatraki ma drivers walira pati tangali satilibelo vakudia
iwe jeje
yaenda inapita yaenda ku Botswana ship yaenda sasa ku Deben inaenda ku Botswana.
Okay, ziko mojeje.
Yonse Mzambia.
Ziko mojeje ukatume 1 pin my right.
So mande
unaimwe tieni uko naimwe bajeje na boza yanu. Awe talema na boza yanu. Boza talema nayo naimwe ndani uko. Mwakonda boza imwe wai konda boza. Ndani uko boza yapchan. Mukatume 1 pin buy zikomo. Hello? Our precious na you nakana. You precious the bantana tomfwa. I've told you precious that I one call pay whatever. Why do you want to come back? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Ndio mfamle anda pativi uko kana na basi makokono bro. Mwa tayari?
Emkwa.
Mabombe nikabitu mwa system mwaka yabashanye uko.
Emkwa.
Ine wona kabwetu waliranda pokale.
Emkwa.
Ndelanda kuno ku UK. Inacho ndefo kulanda po. Mwebe kwa UPND. Wale konkomesha abantu beshibe ukwe bati ifinto nafichinja inkondo yabako kundwani ku Middle East. It has affected the whole world.
Yes.
UK Pedro na Veronica. Isha kuliana finina. Ilili na family fe muri 1 month fe ine nkondo ipitina Pedro lero na chiam kushitaka leto aleshita 1 pound 15. Lero na chita pari 1 pound 45 petro per liter. mamfa namba kuno kuwa develop petrol ngara abalunda wati mwa kuzambia kwa bati petrol ifuma katushia ngwisoko. These are some of the things that okulashita emphasize pakubata abantu beshive kutila ifintuna fichinja eloteka inde alengere teka inde nangte UPND ichalo pechonse inkondo na itchita affect is going to affect you more na Zambians because that akwata petrol mchalo bafile bachinje ifino kwa kufunya petrol balefunya kwa Angola na kuma Namibia but stay emphasize about bantu eyo aba opposition baka taking advantage. They will be lying to the people, to the voters. And yet it's not his fault. It's just a circumstance. In fact, nali upako na mpaka ni bankanduo bale ndatie chawama nenkondo ini petro ya ni na twala mnefe bala. Kashi definition tampiro kuama. They were even jealous. Nombe shawa kwati kashi stalo mpama pepo. Nesana mpama pepo. Mchushi mo ile sainga mnyupiro ama pepo. People are rejoicing kwa tinkondo Zambia is going to be affected. This is my concern. Please emphasize on this. Awaba jeje kubalaba kofi. Bye.
Hold on, Mami. You have mentioned one point, and I want to take advantage of your comment to say something. Like even Hilda is saying that is Angola done and whatever. You see, we get fuel from the Middle East. That's where we get our fuel. And we don't get fuel like you are saying, more Angola and whatever. It is because of some of the crude oil that comes from some of these countries cannot be used in Zambia immediately. They require a lot of processing. And we don't have the technology. For example, Nigeria has fuel, okay? But you see shortages of fuel in Nigeria. And Nigeria also, partly, they also actually import fuel. Because the issue of processing fuel, it is a huge investment for many countries, including Venezuela. If you remember Venezuela has got the largest deposit of oil. But they don't get so much because they don't have the know-how, or not the know-how, but the investment to be able to produce as much as they can. So this is why we don't get fuel from the nearer countries, because even those countries don't produce as much, even for themselves, and later on to export to other countries. So that is a little bit of a challenge, because I know some people after Mwalande Fine, they will take it, hey, why don't we buy whatever? It is about the processing that fuel they produce, but we may not be able to use it in Zambia. So that's why we get it from the Middle East. I hope
yes, I get your point, and it's a valid point, very, very valid point. But I think, can you imagine somebody in the village like in Akonde, the reason why why they'll be paying, higher fees for their bus fees or whatever. They don't understand. They need people to educate them.
Exactly.
They need people to explain to them why this has happened.
Yeah.
This is my emphasis.
No, indeed.
I understand. I'm a politicians, or people who know what is going on should be able to let them. But as a weapon to campaign
ngefine vajeje vachiravepo ufyati yo navashitisha fyuo ati variepo profit
mama na bajeje popine bapiepo chimbecho ndefo okulanda elio tatutamula putula. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Chimbechi kalambecho ndefo kukonkomesha chakwe bati musha abantu valira moko bafuma shirempumo barempuma kuri bapiepo valira ba pushe valira ba inachikala ku Zambia but nalemo nabantu besofe balechula pushe valira ba kuti mwabwekala nakayikwa farao mwebantu shishibukeni
awo ukuwekela kokwenye kwete takawekelepo kaina PF yaweyo naitowosoka takulini Tapaje po venga uwedera. Na totela.
Farao. Emkwai. Na totela na thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Shine.
Wina film choir.
Nachirapo kusati ni advice nchiminga pera wakateka unisipali fifure chitikana.
Fee safe yo.
Kyo tayari.
Mkwai, nomba mlelo na tifile chitika fee safe yo tata.
Taufile kwa wale umbepecha tifiwe wadenga shani. So advice unga wapera wa president. Pamunga wawa kwa chama na advice nifile wakio.
Vakateka.
Wale baseba nyati bashirwa kiweho shani bari arabi bari fyo kuigombera paka wachita by kriba president for taking action.
You know, umuntu advice wapera kumuntu uwakwat napelelwa. Advice wapera kumuntu wakwat napelelwa atashime fya kuchita. Nomba akainde ichilema. Vakainde ichilema varifya bwino sana. Vakainde ichilema varifya bwino kanonga mwanje vakwati apopo vasharire vakainde ichilema. Nomba so far vakainde ichilema is doing very well. Nangu fapali ine fuel. Mufyalo fimbi. Fuel na ishupa kulia malaini. But Muzambia tamlambo kwa tamalaini ya liko kufyalo fimbi. No mtengo taulafika pa mtengo ufikile kufyalo fimbi. So far, we should be appreciating Hakainde Hichilemandi's government because already other countries are in bigger crisis. But Zambia, at least they are managing. Okay. So we should commend them. So we should commend them other than giving them advice because so far they are managing very well.
Okay.
Mkwai.
Okay, me I'm in South Africa right now. They have increased by 5 rand.
You see?
In Botswana, they have increased by 5 pula.
You see?
In Zambia, the fuel is at 23, kwacha, 15 ngwe.
You see?
They have not yet increased.
You see?
So the current situation in Zambia, according to social media, is that the ERFDs are now getting the filling stations after a directive from the president. They have that the filling station owners have to be probed. Why are they not selling fuel? So the weakness is for the ERFD. You see, there is no way the president has to take a move in to make sure that this filling station owners, filling stations in Zambia are being owned by foreigners. So why should the president have to take a step in to force the ERB, the Okato of ERB? They are waiting for the president to take a move in. That's why I said, what advice do you have for the president? Because if everything, it has to take the president. If the president has taken any move, the ERB can't take a step. The ERB can't take a move. So I was asking you, what advice do you have for the president? Because I saw after the president has ordered the ERB, that is when they had to take a move. Why did they take a move on their own, minus the president being involved in this issue?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
You know what, Mr.
When I can't go precious. Yeah, do you this one? Ish. Hey. It's one corporate. Now to Makade, now Ulanda. Let others go. I'm even going. I'm closing. Precious. Bye. May God bless you people. Good night. Naya. Hey. My, Papa. Hey. Naya. Bye.